Think you know everything about the human body? Think again. From body parts you didn't know existed to bizarre biological quirks hiding in plain sight, our bodies are full of strange surprises. In this episode of Polo TV, we're diving deep into the weirdest, most unexpected human body parts that'll leave you scratching your head, or maybe even checking your own body in the mirror. Get ready to be shocked, amazed, and maybe even a little grossed out. Are you new in this video? Click subscribe and hit notification bell, so let's get started. Daniel Browning Smith, famously known as the Rubber Boy, is an American contortionist, actor, stuntman, and television host celebrated for his extraordinary flexibility. Born on May 8, 1979, in Meridian, Mississippi, Smith discovered his unique ability at the age of 4 when he performed a straddle split after jumping from a bunk bed, astonishing his family. This early display of flexibility sparked his ambition to become the world's greatest contortionist. In his teenage years, Smith honed his skills by street performing, and at 18, joined the Bindlestiff family circus. He later trained under Master Liu Yi at the San Francisco School of Circus Arts, mastering the ancient art of Chinese acrobatics. His exceptional flexibility is attributed to hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, HEDS, a genetic condition affecting collagen production, resulting in extremely mobile joints and elastic skin. Despite the challenges associated with HEDS, Smith experienced only moderate pain during most of his career, though he eventually retired from performing as his condition progressed. Smith's remarkable talents have earned him 7 Guinness World Records, including the title of Most Flexible Man. His contortion abilities have led to appearances in various television shows and films, such as CSI, NY, Monk, Carnival, and You Don't Mess with the Zohan. He also hosted Stan Lee's Superhumans, a documentary series exploring individuals with extraordinary abilities. Beyond acting, Smith has performed at NBA halftime shows and contributed to motion capture for video games. His extensive range of motion once overwhelmed motion capture software, necessitating reprogramming to accommodate his movements. Daniel Browning Smith's career exemplifies how embracing one's unique abilities can lead to remarkable achievements, inspiring audiences worldwide with his unparalleled flexibility and dedication to his craft. Meet Cathie Jung, the woman with the world's smallest waist, a record that's both fascinating and controversial. Born in 1937, Cathie is an American corset enthusiast whose tiny 15-inch waist has earned her a spot in the Guinness World Records. Standing 5'8" inches tall, her figure is shockingly dramatic. And it's all thanks to a lifelong passion for Victorian fashion. Cathie's journey into extreme corsetry began in 1959, just before marrying her husband Bob Jung, an orthopedic surgeon. What started as an interest in vintage style slowly evolved into a lifestyle. In the early 1980s, she began tight-lacing, wearing corsets up to 24 hours a day, and over time her waist gradually shrank to the astonishing measurement we see today. She owns more than 100 custom-made corsets and wears them constantly, only taking them off for short periods. But here's the twist. Despite what you might assume, Cathie claims she's never had any health problems due to her corset training. Her husband, who monitored her health with x-rays over the years, even supports the claim. In fact, he says the corsets help support her spine. Cathie Jung has become a global curiosity. She's appeared in documentaries, magazines, and talk shows, often drawing both admiration and criticism. To her, it's not about body image or attention. It's about elegance, discipline, and preserving a piece of fashion history. Whether you see it as an art form or an extreme modification, one thing's certain. Cathie Jung has reshaped the way we think about what the human body can become, literally. Imagine being told your child has no brain, and being asked if you'd like to end the pregnancy. That was the heartbreaking reality faced by Shelley and Rob Wall from Cumbria, England, when they learned their unborn son, Noah Wall, had a severe form of spina bifida and hydrocephalus. Scans revealed that Noah had only 2% of a brain, with doctors warning he wouldn't survive long after birth, if he survived at all. But Shelley and Rob refused to give up. Despite repeated recommendations to terminate the pregnancy, they made the courageous decision to continue, believing their son deserved a chance. Noah was born on March 6, 2012, and to everyone's shock, he breathed on his own. He had surgery shortly after birth to close the opening in his spine and install a shunt to drain fluid from his brain. At first, it seemed the doctors were right. Noah had very little brain function. But what happened next defied science and expectations. Over time, Noah's brain began to grow. By the age of 3, MRI scans showed that his brain had expanded to nearly 80% of its expected size. Doctors now believe the brain had been compressed in the womb due to fluid buildup, and once that pressure was relieved, it began developing. Today, Noah Wall is not only surviving, he's thriving. He's bright, cheerful, and intellectually curious. He loves science, math, and music. He has even performed at the Royal Albert Hall and become an ambassador for disability awareness and medical research charities. Though he uses a wheelchair, Noah's personality, determination, and positive spirit have made him a global inspiration. His story is a powerful reminder that even in the darkest diagnoses, there can be hope, resilience, and miracles. Carlos Rodriguez, widely known by his nickname Halfie, is a Miami native whose life story is as shocking as it is cautionary. At the age of 14, Carlos was involved in a near-fatal car accident. Under the influence of drugs and alcohol, he stole a car, lost control, and crashed into a pole. The impact propelled him through the windshield, causing him to land headfirst on the pavement. The severe trauma resulted in the loss of a significant portion of his skull and brain. To save his life, doctors had to remove parts of his frontal lobe and skull. Remarkably, despite the extent of his injuries, Carlos retained most of his cognitive functions. This phenomenon is attributed to the brain's plasticity, especially in younger individuals, allowing the remaining brain tissue to adapt and compensate for the lost areas. Carlos gained widespread attention when his mugshot, showcasing his distinctive cranial appearance, went viral. He further shared his story in a candid video, warning others about the dangers of substance abuse and reckless behavior. In the video, he stated, "It's no good drinking and driving," emphasizing the life-altering consequences of his actions. However, Carlos's life post-accident has been tumultuous. In 2016, he was arrested for attempted murder and arson after setting his mattress on fire, endangering neighboring residents. He has had multiple run-ins with the law, including a 2010 arrest for soliciting a prostitute. Carlos Rodriguez's story serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of reckless behavior and the resilience of the human body. While his survival is extraordinary, his subsequent actions highlight the complexities of personal transformation and the challenges of overcoming one's past. Let's talk about this viral photo. This is Nasib Dahir Abdi, who suffered critical injuries in a car bomb explosion in Mogadishu. On June 11, 2023, an improvised explosive device, IED, attached to his vehicle detonated at the Zubi intersection, a location that has experienced multiple attacks in recent times. The explosion destroyed his luxury car and left Officer Abdi in critical condition. While specific details about the extent of his injuries and subsequent recovery are not widely documented, cases involving significant brain injuries, such as the loss of a hemisphere, underscore the brain's remarkable adaptability. The human brain's neuroplasticity allows it to reorganize and adapt following traumatic events, leading to recoveries that can defy initial medical expectations. Officer Abdi's experience highlights the resilience of individuals facing adversity and the ongoing challenges faced by security personnel in regions affected by conflict. If you know anything else about this, comment using hashtag #AaronPoloTV topic. This man grew a new nose on his forehead. And yes, this is 100% real. Meet Xiao Lian, a young man from China whose story sounds like it came straight out of a science fiction movie, but it actually happened in real life. Xiao Lian was involved in a car accident that left his nose severely damaged. At first, he didn't seek proper medical attention, and over time, the injury worsened. His nose became infected, the tissue deteriorated, and doctors realized they couldn't repair it using traditional surgical methods. But instead of giving up, surgeons came up with a revolutionary idea: grow him a brand new nose, right on his forehead. This wasn't just a wild experiment. It was based on a real technique called tissue expansion. First, doctors placed a balloon-like expander under the skin of his forehead to slowly stretch it over time. Once they had enough skin, they carefully inserted cartilage from Xiao Lian's ribs to form the structure of a new nose, shaping it under the forehead skin like clay. It took several months, but eventually a fully formed nose grew right there on his forehead, complete with nostrils and all. The plan was to transplant the new forehead-grown nose down to where his original nose had been. And while it looked strange during the process, it was a medical breakthrough. And it worked. This case grabbed headlines all over the world, not just because it looked bizarre, but because it showed how far modern reconstructive surgery has come. It was an amazing example of creativity, science, and the power of the human body to heal, even in the most unexpected ways. So next time you think medicine can't surprise you, remember Xiao Lian, the man who literally wore his future nose on his forehead. Tina Earles, a 43-year-old woman from Texas, was diagnosed with a rare and aggressive form of nasal cancer that forced her to make a life-altering decision: undergo a full rhinectomy, which meant the removal of her entire nose. The emotional and physical toll was immense. At first, Tina wore a prosthetic nose to hide her condition, but the discomfort and the constant stares from strangers, and even those close to her, made her feel like she was living a lie. The pressure to look normal was overwhelming, but Tina refused to let it define her. With the unwavering support of her husband and children, Tina made the bold decision to stop hiding. She chose to embrace her true self, showing the world that beauty is not defined by symmetry or physical perfection, but by courage, authenticity, and self-acceptance. In a powerful interview, Tina shared her thoughts. From the moment we're born, society tries to fit us in a box of what is acceptably beautiful. I want to shatter that box. I want to destroy it. I don't want anybody to ever feel like they're not beautiful. Through her journey, Tina has become a beacon of hope for others facing disfigurement, disability, or fear of rejection. She proves that survival is about more than just existing. It's about thriving and reclaiming your identity. Tina's story inspires us all to embrace who we truly are, and to remember that true beauty is something you feel, not something you see. Ashley Kerpiel is an extraordinary woman, known for her resilience and advocacy in the face of a rare and challenging condition called fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva, FOP, also known as Stoneman syndrome. FOP is a genetic disorder that causes the body's soft tissues to gradually turn into bone, limiting movement and flexibility. This condition affects fewer than 1,000 people worldwide, and Ashley has been living with it since a young age. Her journey has been filled with remarkable courage. Diagnosed with FOP at a young age, Ashley's life changed drastically. At just 3 years old, she underwent an amputation of her right arm and shoulder after doctors mistakenly diagnosed her with cancerous tumors. Only later did they discover it was actually FOP. Despite the progressive nature of the condition, Ashley refused to let it define her life. She continued to pursue her passions, including surfing, where she adapted a modified board to enjoy the sport she loved. In 2013, Ashley received a myoelectric prosthetic arm, allowing her to regain some independence and perform everyday tasks like using a phone or holding a drink. But her journey isn't just about overcoming personal challenges. It's also about helping others. Ashley has become a powerful advocate for awareness of FOP. She works tirelessly to educate the public, raise awareness, and connect people affected by the condition to resources and support networks. Ashley's advocacy extends beyond her own story as she shares her experiences to encourage early diagnosis, proper care, and emotional support for those living with rare diseases. Through her social media, especially on Instagram, she shares updates and inspires others with messages of hope and resilience. Her efforts have touched many lives, making her a beacon of strength and a symbol of perseverance for those affected by FOP and other rare conditions. Ashley Kerpiel's journey is a testament to the power of hope, determination, and the unwavering belief that one can live a fulfilling life despite life's toughest challenges. SEM Mumaz is a 22-year-old man from Pakistan who has been battling Proteus syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that causes abnormal growth of tissues in various parts of the body. This condition has led to serious physical disfigurements, causing his head, hands, and feet to grow uncontrollably. While most people's body parts stop growing after reaching adulthood, SEM's body parts, particularly in the affected areas, continue to enlarge. Proteus syndrome is incredibly rare, with only a few cases documented worldwide. For SEM, this condition has not only caused significant physical challenges, but also emotional and social struggles. the abnormal growth has made it difficult for him to lead a normal life. He's faced severe isolation and discrimination, and the disfigurements have prevented him from forming relationships or finding love, something he desperately desires. Despite enduring these difficulties, Sane is hopeful. He's actively seeking treatment and medical solutions to address the symptoms of his condition. However, Proteus syndrome is notoriously difficult to treat due to its unpredictable nature. There is currently no definitive cure, and most treatments focus on managing symptoms, like surgeries to remove excess tissue and alleviate pain. Sane's story highlights the resilience of individuals living with rare and challenging conditions, as well as the need for greater awareness and support for those affected. His courage in facing both the physical and emotional challenges of Proteus syndrome has inspired many, and he continues to search for hope in the form of medical advancements that could offer a better future. Andrea Ivanova, a Bulgarian woman, has become famous for her pursuit of having the world's largest lips. Starting her cosmetic journey in 2018 at the age of 21, Andrea has undergone over 40 lip augmentation procedures, using hyaluronic acid fillers to achieve her distinct look. Her appearance has sparked both fascination and criticism, with many people labeling her Balkan Barbie. Despite facing health concerns from professionals about the potential risks of her procedure, Andrea remains resolute in her decisions. Along with her lips, Andrea has also altered her features with heavy makeup, artificial hair, and large eyelashes, creating a signature style that sets her apart. She's active on social media platforms, such as Instagram and TikTok, where she shares her journey and connects with fans. Although many question her choices, Andrea is unapologetic, emphasizing that her transformations are about self-expression and personal happiness, rather than seeking validation from others. She's even expressed a desire to continue modifying her appearance, aiming to achieve the world's largest cheekbones next. Andrea's journey is a clear statement about embracing one's individuality, no matter the controversy surrounding it. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to meet the tallest living woman since 2021, Ruma Gelgi. This incredible woman from Turkey stands at an astounding 7 feet and 0.7 inches tall. Now, Ruma's height is due to a rare genetic condition called Weaver syndrome. It's a mouthful, I know, but what's important is that Ruma embraces her uniqueness. She's an advocate for people with visible differences, and she uses her platform to spread awareness and promote acceptance. Talk about a role model. Ruma's story is so important because it reminds us that everyone is different in their own way, and that's what makes life so interesting. Imagine being able to see over the heads of everyone in a crowded room. You'd never lose your friends at a concert, but seriously, Ruma's message of self-love and acceptance is something we can all learn from. She's proof that you can achieve anything you set your mind to, no matter how tall you are or aren't. Jeff Dabe is an extraordinary individual whose story has captivated people worldwide due to his rare genetic condition that has given him hands of remarkable size. Known for his condition called macrodactyly, Jeff's hands are not only large, but they are truly unique, measuring about 12 inches in length, which is more than twice the size of an average adult hand. This condition, which involves abnormal growth of the fingers and soft tissues, began to manifest during Jeff's childhood, but it wasn't until later that he became more widely recognized for the sheer size and strength of his hands. Growing up, Jeff faced many challenges due to his condition, especially with everyday tasks like writing or holding objects. But instead of seeing his rare genetic trait as a limitation, Jeff chose to embrace it. Over the years, he found ways to adapt to his situation, and his hands, once a source of discomfort, became his signature. Today, Jeff's hands are a point of fascination for many and are widely considered one of the most unique physical traits in the world. Beyond just the physical size, Jeff Dabe's hands have also become synonymous with strength. He's a skilled arm wrestler, and his large hands and arms have helped him in competitions, showcasing the raw power his condition has granted him. His impressive arm wrestling career further solidified his status as a rare individual with an exceptional physical trait. People have marveled at how Jeff can manipulate and use his hands in ways that others simply can't, which speaks to his remarkable adaptability. What truly makes Jeff Dabe stand out is his positive attitude toward his condition. While many would shy away from attention or feel self-conscious about their unusual traits, Jeff embraces the spotlight, using his fame to inspire others. His story is an important reminder that rare genetic traits can be something to be proud of, and they don't have to limit a person's potential. Jeff Dabe is a symbol of resilience, showing that our differences make us unique, and that anyone can achieve great things, no matter the challenges they face. Jeff's journey serves as an inspiration to people worldwide, proving that when you accept and embrace what makes you different, you can turn even the most unusual traits into something powerful and meaningful. Whether it's for arm wrestling, public appearances, or simply inspiring others, Jeff Dabe has shown us all that sometimes the most unique features are the ones that set us apart in the best way possible. Kim Goodman is an American woman, famous for her extraordinary ability to protrude her eyeballs far beyond the normal range. In fact, she holds the Guinness World Record for the farthest eyeball pop by a female, an astonishing 12 millimeters, 0.47 inches, beyond her eye sockets. This unique talent was discovered in a surprising way. While attending a hockey game, Kim was struck on the head by a flying mask, and to her shock, her eyes bulged out more than usual. Since then, she's been able to pop her eyes on command. Kim's ability is a rare condition called proptosis, which causes the eyeballs to bulge out from the eye sockets. The measurement of her world record was officially verified by an optometrist in Istanbul, ensuring its accuracy. Kim's unique skill has fascinated people worldwide, and she has even appeared on popular TV shows like The Late Show with David Letterman to demonstrate her amazing ability. Kim Goodman's talent is a reminder of the incredible and surprising capabilities of the human body. Her record-breaking ability continues to captivate audiences, making her one of the most unique individuals with a truly one-of-a-kind skill. Meet Victoria Wright, a young woman who's challenging beauty standards and redefining what it means to be beautiful. Victoria was born with a rare genetic condition that affects her facial features. Growing up, she faced stares, whispers, and cruel comments, often being compared to characters like Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. But Victoria refused to let the negativity define her. Instead of hiding, she chose to embrace her unique look. She realized that beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, and that true beauty lies in our differences. Victoria started sharing her story online, posting confident selfies and speaking out against bullying and body shaming. Her message resonated with millions, inspiring people around the world to love themselves for who they are. Victoria's confidence is contagious. She doesn't shy away from the camera. She owns it. Her social media is full of bright smiles, bold outfits, and messages of self-love. She's a shining example that you don't need to fit into society's narrow beauty standards to be absolutely stunning. Victoria's journey is a powerful reminder that beauty is not about perfection. It's about embracing your individuality. It's about loving yourself, flaws and all, and having the courage to be comfortable in your own skin. In a world that often tries to tell us how to look, how to dress, how to be, Victoria is a breath of fresh air, encouraging us to celebrate our differences and rewrite the rules of beauty. So let's all take a page from Victoria's book and embrace our unique qualities, because that's what makes us truly beautiful. Get ready to meet Harnham C, a woman who's challenging beauty standards one whisker at a time. Harnham holds the Guinness World Record for the youngest woman with a full beard. Now you might be thinking, a beard? On a woman? And yes, you heard that right. Harnham has polycystic ovary syndrome, a condition that causes excessive hair growth. Growing up, she was bullied relentlessly for her appearance. Imagine being a teenager, already dealing with the pressures of fitting in, and then having to deal with unwanted facial hair. It was tough, but Harnham decided to fight back not with her fists, but with her voice and her unwavering self-love. Instead of hiding her beard, she embraced it, turning it into a symbol of strength, resilience, and individuality. She ditched the razors and the painful waxing appointments and decided to love herself for who she truly was. And the world took notice. Harnham became a global sensation, gracing the covers of magazines, walking the runways at London Fashion Week, and starring in music videos. But more importantly, she became a powerful voice for body positivity and self-acceptance. Harnham's message is simple but powerful. Love yourself, embrace your differences, and don't let anyone dictate how you should look or feel. In a world obsessed with airbrushed perfection, Harnham is a breath of fresh air, reminding us that beauty comes in all shapes, sizes, and yes, even beard lengths. Her story is a powerful reminder that we are all beautiful in our own unique ways. It's time to ditch the unrealistic beauty standards and embrace our individuality. So let's all take a page from Harnham's book and celebrate our differences, because that's what makes us truly special. Tom Stanford is an elite athlete, a national cycling champion, and someone whose body defies nearly every rule of human biology. Born in the United Kingdom, Tom has a rare and mysterious condition called MDP syndrome, a type of mitochondrial disorder so rare that only a handful of cases have ever been documented worldwide. Tom's condition prevents his body from storing fat under the skin. That means no matter what he eats, even with a high-calorie diet, his body remains extremely lean, giving him a uniquely angular appearance, especially in his face and limbs. His bones are fragile, his joints are stiff, and he suffers from hearing loss and type 2 diabetes, which is especially unusual for someone with so little body fat. But what makes Tom truly extraordinary isn't just his appearance, it's what he's accomplished despite it. From a young age, Tom developed a love for sports and competition. He refused to let his condition hold him back. Through relentless training, a disciplined lifestyle, and an iron will, he rose through the ranks of competitive cycling. In 2011, he made headlines when he became the national paracycling circuit race champion in the UK. He raced against other athletes with various disabilities, proving he had both the physical ability and the mental toughness to dominate. But Tom's journey hasn't been easy. Growing up, doctors didn't know exactly what was happening to his body. He went through years of testing, misdiagnoses, and uncertainty. It wasn't until adulthood that geneticists finally identified his condition as MDP syndrome, a mutation that affects fat metabolism and other cellular functions. Even today, there's no cure. Despite these challenges, Tom has turned his story into a mission. He's become a public speaker and advocate, raising awareness about rare diseases, disability representation, and pushing past perceived limits. He also holds a law degree and has worked in both tech and policy, proving that his talents go far beyond the bike. Tom Stanford is living proof that you don't need to look like everyone else to achieve greatness. He may have been born different, but he rides with power, lives with purpose, and shows the world that strength comes in many forms. In 2009, in the rural town of Zhongsha, Shangtan City, Hunan Province, China, a baby named Xiao Hui Kong was born with a rare and severe facial deformity known as transverse facial cleft. This condition caused two large gaps to extend from the corners of his mouth toward his ears, giving the appearance of having two faces or wearing a mask. His mother, Yi Lianxi, was devastated upon seeing her son for the first time. Despite undergoing multiple ultrasounds during pregnancy, no abnormalities had been detected. The family faced societal stigma, with some suggesting they abandoned the child. However, they chose to love and care for Hui Kong, determined to provide him with a normal life. In 2010, with the help of public donations amounting to approximately 400,000 yuan, around NZ $81, 250, Hui Kong underwent two major surgeries at the number 163 military hospital in Changsha. Led by Dr. Wang Duquan, the procedures aimed to repair the extensive damage to his facial bones and soft tissues. While the surgeries were successful, doctors noted that it would take years to determine if his facial bones would grow normally. Hui Kong's story touched hearts worldwide, highlighting the challenges faced by individuals with rare conditions and the importance of compassion and support. His journey serves as a testament to resilience, love, and the human spirit's capacity to overcome adversity. In 2014, in Orlando, Florida, a baby named Jackson Bule was born with a rare and severe brain malformation called microhydranencephaly, resulting in the absence of about 80% of his brain and skull. Doctors predicted he wouldn't survive more than a few days. However, Jackson defied these odds, living for over 5 years and inspiring people worldwide with his resilience and strength. His parents, Brandon and Brittany Bule, chose to continue the pregnancy despite the grim prognosis, guided by their faith and love for their unborn son. They documented Jackson's journey on social media, where he became known as Jackson Strong. Through photos and videos, the world saw Jackson's milestones, smiling, making sounds, and interacting with his environment, achievements once deemed impossible. Jackson's story garnered widespread attention, leading to a supportive community that followed his progress and contributed to his medical expenses. His life challenged perceptions about disabilities and the value of life, emphasizing hope and perseverance in the face of adversity. On April 1st, 2020, Jackson passed away peacefully in North Carolina, surrounded by his family. His father, Brandon, shared heartfelt tributes expressing pride in his son's courage and the profound impact he had on countless lives. Jackson's legacy continues to inspire, reminding us of the strength of the human spirit and the power of unconditional love. Gary Turner is a British man known for his extraordinary condition, which gives him unusually elastic and stretchable skin. This rare medical condition, called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, EDS, affects the connective tissue in his body, making his skin incredibly flexible. While EDS can cause a variety of symptoms, one of the most striking is the skin's ability to stretch far beyond the normal range. Gary's skin is so stretchy that he can pull it up to several inches away from his body, a phenomenon that has fascinated both medical professionals and the public. His unique condition has earned him a place in the Guinness World Records, where he holds the title for the most elastic skin. While his skin can stretch easily, it also makes him more prone to bruising and injury due to the fragility of his connective tissue. Despite the challenges he faces with his condition, Gary has embraced his rare ability and even uses it to raise awareness about Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. He has appeared on various television programs, showcasing his remarkable skin and educating others about the disorder. Gary's condition may be unusual, but his ability to live with it and turn it into a positive opportunity for education is a testament to his resilience and unique place in the world of rare medical phenomena. The human body is full of surprises, and as we've seen today, some are downright unbelievable. From record-breaking waistlines to people living with half a brain or half a head, these strange and fascinating stories prove just how incredible and mysterious our bodies can be. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the weirdest facts about the human body, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss more mind-blowing content right here on Polo TV. Got a favorite from today's list or a weird fact of your own? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching Polo TV, where learning something strange is just the beginning. See you in the next one.